Welcome. We're going to see if some cool technology is going to work. I think it should be good. How are we going, chat?
Yeah.
Alright, I think, do you want me to call you on Discord on the computer? That might work. Alright, let's figure this out. Hello. I can hear you. Alright, let's see if everything's working. I don't know if, let me just refresh this. There is a square covering me, that's true. Pay no attention to the square in the corner of the stream, chat. It will be a mega in a minute.
Why is it not loading?
I'll stand over this side, next to the square, in my spooky shirt. Yeah. Oh, Jade Kita, how you going? Welcome.
We'll get you a different link and hopefully that works.
Yeah, hopefully. Alright, I'm gonna click the be right back screen so I don't have a big square there. We'll see how we go. Please stay tuned, chat. Please stay tuned.
That should fix it.
Okay. Alright. Let's try. Yeah, so it's got to share your screen or camera thing.
Ah, okay. This one. Yeah. There's always stuff at the top.
Oh, mate, it would not be Twitch if everything worked correctly the first time. Hey! Look who it is.
Oh, it's working.
It is working. Alright, now I've just got to copy that. Browser source code. Okay, we're just going to make sure all of our cameras work. Okay, so you are in the main cam, that is good. I will fix this one. You are in the prep cam and you are in the cooking cam. Congratulations.
Yay!
You're in all the places. Hey! Welcome. How's How we going, chat? Nice. Welcome in, Craig. Welcome in. I have a very special guest, as you can see, just over here. It is Megasarts. Everyone give a round of applause. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Sylvixen. I appreciate it. We're going to do some spooky cooking. Mega in the chef hat is pretty cool. We're just sipping the tea and getting ready to cook. We're going to make some spooky stuff, actually. We've been talking about it all week, which is really nice. 3 cocktails, 3 spooky dishes. You thought I was stuck and I couldn't open. Plating up in real life, yeah. We all know Mega's been plating up with all the small beans. Actually, we should... Anyone who does not follow...
You should follow you.
I'm gonna guess that most people in here are already following me. But any of my regular channel friends definitely follow Megasarts. Really, really fun. They're an awesome streamer, very entertaining, and used to do some hospitality stuff as well, as I found out. So here to judge my cooking and cocktail skills.
Aw, hell yeah.
And keep chat in mind, because we all know how out of control you guys can get. That's why I had to buy a hydrate drink bottle, actually, Megas, because otherwise I was getting spammed with hydrate. So how are you this fine morning?
Me? I'm good.
Ready to cook?
Yep, I'm wait.
Excellent.
Cook
Excellent.
right now. Do it.
I will. So, today we're going to... What was that?
Just don't drop your fingers off.
Oh, well, no, I promise. Bezos says I'm not allowed to, apparently. Something that some other food and drink streamers told me. You're not allowed to injure yourself
That's a bit weird.
on stream. So you got to be really careful when you're cutting things. But, hey, see you later, Craig. Thanks for dropping in, man. Go and teach karate. That is crazy. I can't wait for your karate teaching stream. That'll be good. That'll be very good. Yeah, so we're going to make little spooky jelly cups. We're going to make haunted pumpkin dolls. We're going to make biting burgers as well. So all really tasty foods and good for Halloween. And I've got a bit of a spider problem in my kitchen, which you can probably tell, but that's fine. I'll get rid of them after the after the stream. Definitely burgers, yes. They're really cool. I've been trying to do some fun stuff, so I thought we'd hang out. We probably need to start the jelly for the jelly cups. Burn down the kitchen with the spiders? Yeah, probably. Probably.
I'll go get fire.
Yeah, if you could, that'd be great, actually. You can just let me know if any of them start crawling down the walls towards me, because I won't be happy if that happens. But yeah, so you can use any color jelly that you want, because we're gonna put the jelly in first. It's obviously gonna take a little while to set. Fingers crossed it sets in time. So yeah, we're gonna get that started. Oh, there's the fire. It is excellent.
Ready.
Ready to go. Okay.
Yeah. Gonna set the kitchen on fire.
That happens regularly around here.
Ready. Set the kitchen on fire.
Okay. So I did promise we were going to do both fruit-based, and Mega's always on fire. We know this. Anyone who's seen their streams knows that Mega's is always on fire. So
Yeah.
in the best kind of way. So I'm going to do some berries in my jelly. I have blackberries and raspberries. And again, what's our golden rule, chat? We always wash our berries before we cut them and before we eat them, because hey, thanks for lurking, Bubba. I appreciate you, man. Oh. Okay, because when you have berries, thank you very much for the follow, Aussie Griff. I really appreciate it. There is always a seat available at this big small bar and kitchen. You just hang out on the other side there, we'll cook and make drinks together. But yes, so we're going to make some with lollies because some people like candy better. We're going to make some with fruits, which I've got lovely berries because they're always nice and jelly. Does anyone know what a trifle is? Everyone's had trifle, right? Particularly the Australian people.
I love trifle.
Yeah. Yeah. So essentially, these are a delicious trifle, but I'm just making them spooky. I was wondering this the other day. Is trifle something that's just Australian, or is it something that's like worldwide? Megas, do you know?
I think it's worldwide, but it's more classic in Australia.
Yeah, we do use it a lot, particularly Christmas time.
Yep.
It's one of my go-tos. One of my go-to recipes. Hey! Jade Kickter, thank you for the follow. That is amazing. I really appreciate it. Take a seat. I have infinite seats at this infinite bar. It's like that math problem that everyone likes, the infinite hotel with infinite guests. Right, I'm just going to switch over to the prep can and I'll show you guys again why we wash our berries. So that's why. You don't want any of that dirty junk in your jelly, in your food. That's why we wash berries. It is always good. Cool. Look at these delicious berries. There is quite a lot of them. So we're going to make some nice jelly with these berries, which we're going to use in our trifle a little bit later. I do need to get them on now, so that's why we're rushing at the start here. But I do have, for those of you who might want a more spooky theme, I have some sour squigglies, little worms. So we make little wormy jellies as well. The exact meaning of sugary excess. Yeah. Oh my god. Dude. So, Burbloom, that is an absolutely... I'm not sure how many people are going to get that reference, but man, wasn't that a scary time to be alive. Everyone check your strawberries.
Check your strawberries.
Oh.
There are labels in them.
We're gonna chop them. We're gonna chop our strawberries because it's, oh man.
They're paranoid. Now that you're paranoid, there's gonna be needles in them.
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue anymore. But man, it was a problem at the time. There was someone that was hiding sewing needles inside strawberries. Yeah, really not a nice person, I gotta say, to do that.
Yeah, a few people got fired because of that.
Yep. Yeah, that was crazy.
I think one person went to jail for 6 years or something, if I remember correctly.
Well, there's one person doing it, and then there was more people that were actually like copycatting afterwards.
Yep.
So, and all the false reporting and everything, it was nuts. Really crazy. And yeah, also today, after we make some of this food, we're going to do a bit of a premiere of a short film that my friends and I made a little while ago. So if you're keen, I have a short horror film that we made. It's extremely good. Actually, we might, while I'm making this jelly, I might even throw on the trailer for it. If you're keen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've copied you across to the clips. The clips. Let me see if I have. Okay. If I copy your little Mega.
Me.
That's you. I'm gonna copy you. So I can take you with us.
I'm scared now.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Because I've got a clips show here. Okay, here we go.
This Serenity, you don't want any more razors in your candy.
No, thank you. Okay, so you exist over here now as well.
Yeah.
Food and
Well,
film.
fire.
It is, Karathina, it is a food and film spooky double feature. So while we're here, I'm just going to, I'll go back up to the main kitchen cam. So while I'm making this jelly, I'm going to find I'll find the trailer. Here we go. So let's play the trailer because I think that'll get you guys excited. Okay. I think I need to put this in full screen and I need to come back over here. I need to go to Twitch. I need to switch to this. And I need to go down to the clips show, and then I need to actually be on the trailer. Alright, can you see anything there? Yes, you can. Okay, we're going to play this trailer while we're making jelly, chat. This was an amazing film we made. I'm very proud of it. It was based on one of my short stories, so... Alright, let me head out of that. Then I'll go back to the normal camera. Pretty spooky, I think so. It was a very good film. It was extremely well filmed as well, by the way. The cameras were like ridiculous quality. So my friend Kat, she is a professional director and videographer and photographer, and her husband he actually teaches sound design at university here in Brisbane. So they came out and we filmed the movie together with a couple of local actresses and extras. It was very fun. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. Apart from the crew, no one's really seen it yet. So this will be the premiere, I guess. You can all watch. I suppose I should have asked if you like scary movies or not.
I love scary movies.
Excellent. Well, it's only a short film. It's only about 7 minutes long.
That's still good.
Who's that? Oh, it's got TTYOLOU.
YOLO!
Thank you very much for the follow.
And these fruit look yummy. Can I
They-
have some?
You can. Here, hold on. I'll pass one to you. Have you got that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Excellent. Hopefully it's delicious.
Wish it was.
The only
Mine
problem,
was rotten.
yeah. The biggest problem with hanging out with digital entities, chat, is that I can't physically feed them any food.
Well, they were just driven up there, but you know.
Yeah,
It's a long drive.
that's fine. One day.
David, we're driving up there tomorrow. We're gonna go steal their tribal. Drive up there now. Okay, it's done. Okay, perfect.
Sorry, how good we are.
We're driving up there right now.
Yeah, deal. I'll be here for a while, so. Alright. I'm loading in loads of those berries, just making sure they're all mixed around, because what we're going to do is pour the jelly over the top of the berries. And then we'll have like a berry jelly. Which everyone likes. Oh, and then another tray, which I should have down here somewhere. We're going to do the second lot, but we're going to do this one with little sour gummy worms. So then we have a spooky version with candies. Okay.
Yum.
Yum. Delicious.
Oh. I would like some, please.
Oh, sorry. Here's a gummy worm for you. Nice. Delicious. Delicious.
Yum.
Mm.
I used to be obsessed with gummy worms growing up. My parents would always buy me gummy worms all the time until I hurt my teeth too much.
You know what my obsession when I was a kid was, I know you like lollies, Fenrir. You don't have to tell everyone. It's just kind of implied, isn't it? No, my favourite growing up was the killer pythons. Those like massive snakes. They were really good. I used to, and I feel like they used to be bigger back in the day. Maybe it's just because I was smaller, but I feel like...
I'm pretty sure they used to be.
Yeah. They were massive before. Really, really huge. They're nowhere near as big now. Alright, so... 450 mils. Alright, so...
Yeah, in 2014, Nestle has announced that popular killer python confection will be downsized by approximately half.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
How could they do this to us?
Why would they do that?
That is my question.
Disgusting. I never got one of the big ones, you know. I always wanted Mum and Dad to buy me one of the big ones, and I never got one. And I just haven't bought one myself.
Yeah, the corner store used to sell them. Like you could order stuff in from them, which was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you literally order stuff in, and they would get it in for you, specially ordered. Okay. What did I say I needed? I needed 400 and okay. So this will be. So I'm just paying attention to how much. So that's 500. So I'm going to put in 3 cups, but the last cup is going to be cold water, just so we can chill it down a little bit. And then we're going to whisk. Everyone likes whisking.
Whisk it.
I'll go back to the prep cam so you can see what we're doing here. Alright, but I've attached Megas to chat, so she'll follow you around, chat.
Chat.
They'll be there.
They'll be following. Up with me right now. You guys F'd it up. Oh my god. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm swearing.
That's
I'm following you, Sylvan.
Follow the Mega. Definitely follow the Mega.
I'm following Sylvie. You can know Sylvie's amazing.
We do know Sylvie's amazing.
Did you know you're amazing?
Well, I think you're a legend, so I appreciate that. Although, apparently that's been my catchphrase now, I've been told, so...
Good.
Yeah.
I've got the chef's hat, I'm the one cooking.
You are the one.
Move out of the way.
You're the head chef. You're the head chef. Alright, so we have our little candied gummy worms. So we're going to cover them in jelly.
Yum.
And then same with the berries.
Yeah, Channel 10 will eat anything up.
Channel 10 will what?
Or
This is
so
cooking
use your
show.
kids as a cooking show. Mega.
Hell yes! That would definitely...
Channel 10 make Mega famous and makes more famous, and then we both rule the world. The end.
The end, exactly.
Exactly.
Alright.
Thank you.
Just going to rearrange my fridge slightly so I can get the stuff for the burgers out, because we need to make burgers in a minute. But I also need space to put 2 trays of jelly. Okay.
What's next on the menu? Cocktail?
Yeah, I think we should do a cocktail next.
Oh, cool.
And then we'll make the burger, because that'll be good for everyone's lunch.
Yum. I like a burger.
Just make sure this jelly fits in the fridge first. Oh. Oh. Hello. Kusaki desu.
Kusaki!
Welcome, welcome. Oh.
Kusaki, jump on the chopping board right now.
There's space on the chopping board now. We've just finished cutting berries. Hello, Zenith.
Zenith!
Thank you for the follow. That's incredible.
Everybody follow, I'll just yell their name out, so
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, we needed to do that first. That just had to happen because it's going to take like an hour or so that until the jelly sets. And we won't be able to make our little slimy jelly cups unless that's set, so it won't work. Oh, yes. Definitely, everyone follow the Mega. Mega is awesome. We know that. We all know that. I'm kind of fanboying at the moment, but don't tell Mega that.
Okay. I won't tell them.
Okay, that would be great. Yeah, I think they're pretty cute. Cute decorations. I was just saying, I did try to decorate up here, but the spiders moved in and I just couldn't get up there and put the decorations up. But it's Australia, so the spiders are big here and they've 100% taken control of the kitchen. So that cupboard is off limits for the moment. But maybe after Halloween they'll move back out, chat, and then we'll be able to get back to our cooking books. Which would be nice. Mega did bring some fire before. I guess you have to move, yeah. Get the cat to eat them. Yeah. So we can just burn the kitchen down if it gets too much. That's fine. We're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready.
Yo, fire extinguishers ready?
Yeah, yes, I do have fire extinguishers. Okay. Chat, let's make a cocktail. Let's make a cocktail. So this is one I've really wanted to try. I've been playing around with this for a few days. It is pretty cool. Mega put the fire out. How are we supposed to deal with the fire? Look, how are we supposed to deal with the spiders without fire? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I want to make a cool cocktail. So this one I have designed. It is called Off with the Fairies. Which it is pretty cool. Hey, POTUS, Mr. President, how are you going? Everyone salutes our resident president. Welcome back, sir. Actually, if you like really amazing, crazy crafts and retro video games, this guy, John, the real POTUS, the resident president of this big small world, check him out. Absolutely amazing streamer. But yeah, so this cocktail is called Off with the Fairies. I'm really, really keen. It combines absinthe, which you all will probably be aware of, has a lovely light aniseed taste. You heard crafts, yeah. So the real POTUS, last couple of streams, so he was making a case for the Boss Monster card game from the shape of like an original NES. Was it the original NES? Yeah, so the original NES case. And then he's also just made a massive chest which has like lights when people open it up, so it's like fancy. You open it up and it shines lights. I think it's for a stage performance, I believe. I've been lurking on his Discord for a little while, just watching this massive treasure chest take shape. So really talented guy. And we actually did a stream together where I taught him traditional French cutting methods, which was fun. So, chat, most of you know Megas. Do I need to keep the knives away, or... I'm just wondering when we go back to the prep camp. Because I'm thinking of your safety, chat. Just in case. Mega likes to eat knives. Copy that. Okay. So now, I should stop mucking around. Absinthe. Crazy alcohol. It was hugely popular in the 90s, 2000s. Has a light aniseed taste. It's got a few like herbs and things as well. Really interesting French spirit. So I'm going to use that. And we're also going to use Ink Gin, which is a gin from Australia, which is coloured with butterfly peas. So I don't know if you know about the butterfly pea, but it has a like light sort of purple iridescent colour to it. And it changes shape when it has different acidities or bases attached to it. So if you mix it with soda water, if you mix it with like gin and tonic, you have a gin and tonic, it goes bright pink because the molecule that makes the colour changes shape. So really interesting, amazing gin as well, very good with fresh orange. So if you're ever in Australia near Byron Bay, or you can probably get it in most places in Australia now, I don't know if it's sold overseas, but really good gin. So we're going to use those two. We need to make a simple syrup though, Megas. So I'm going to get a bowl. You keep chat in line because they everyone knows they get a bit cheeky when no one's watching them.
Simple syrup's nice.
Simple syrup is very good. It's just basically a sugar syrup.
Yeah.
But,
isn't it half water, half sugar, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I am going to use...
Remember when I worked for tape, I had to cook like a 1 litre pot of simple syrup.
Somewhere here, in my bar of many things, I have some rose petals. Half water, half sugar, exactly. All right. So these are really beautiful little rose petals. So I'll just go over here to the prep cam so you can see. Look how nice those are. And they smell really nice as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a pinch of those into the bowl here, because we're going to make a rose simple syrup. And we'll get our big sugar box out. Those of you who've been here before will know my big sugar box that I have here with several sugars in it. And I'm just going to put a couple of tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons of sugar in there. Fenrir knows how to make sugar syrup, don't you, Fenrir? You've been on the show before. Thank you for that as well, chat. I forgot to tell you, if you would like to know what we're cooking and serving in the bar today, you can type in food and bar as a command. Made one once or twice. Okay. We've got our boiling water. So just add just a little bit of water. And it's really just enough to dissolve that sugar.
Yeah.
And you can smell the rose already coming out of those. It's basically like a sweet rose tea that we're making. So what's your favourite thing to cook, Megas? Do you have a favourite thing you like to cook?
I mainly bake these days.
Ooh, what do you like to bake?
Generally stuff like brownies and stuff, but I do like sometimes going all out and making like really fancy cupcakes and stuff.
Nice.
I could send you one of the really fancy cupcakes I made.
Super cool. Super cool.
I did go to pay for cooking, but I ended up actually preferring baking over cooking. I've always preferred baking.
You know, so Silver Spell 09, one of the she was the other VTuber that came on the show before. She's also a baker in secret in her past life. So I think that's really interesting that I've just invited two bakers, and it's the one thing that I'm actually not great at in cooking. I have to really follow the recipe or I get it wrong. So
I really like cooking, but I'm not the best at it.
Yeah. See, cooking I do from the heart, right? I just cook from the heart. I do it. I kind of know what it's going to taste like and what it's going to be like before I actually make it. But baking, it's more of a science. Like you really need to understand what you're doing or follow the recipe to a T. Otherwise, you can stuff it up pretty badly. So
yeah.
I agree, Serenity. Baking is very fun, but it stresses me out more than cooking, because cooking I can just go, oh yeah, I know what that will taste like, and play around with it. But I have the utmost respect for people who can bake really well and like just know it from their heart. So yeah. All right, get out of the way, you spiders.
I said you have 3 pictures of stuff that I made.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, I didn't send you the really fancy one.
The really fancy one. Oh, so cool. So cool. I reckon we share those on the Discord.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll do that.
If you want to check out what Megas bakes, jump on the Discord and also follow Megas Discord, because there is a food share channel on both of our Discords.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing your food you made last week in the Discord. They looked so good.
Oh, the lemon? Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I want to eat that.
Yes. I like your reactions to the food on your Discord. Just generally, give me.
Yes.
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 It's excellent.
Yes.
Okay. So.
I could just break into the house and steal it, but you know what? It'd be nice if you just gave it to me.
True.
Maybe at knife point. I mean, what?
Yeah, hopefully knife won't be needed. There's always a seed here and there's always food ready to go. Okay, so we have our rosewater simple syrup. We've got our absinthe and our ink gin. You guys can see those, I think. And I've just got a coupe glass. Big piece of square ice in there. I've got fancy molds, but you can use smaller pieces, that's fine. Wrapping up a few projects for holidays. Yeah, Fenrir's asking how you're going. No, that's cool. Your projects are awesome, POTUS, by the way. Okay. Last thing, I've just got some sparkling mineral water. So I like this stuff because it is less fizzy than, say, like soda water. But that's what we're going to use. So we need to get our, here we go, got our lovely rose gold nip pourer here.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
We got the nets.
True. Okay,
We gotta do that. In New South Wales, we don't use net port. You get fined.
same in Queensland. Queensland's got the worst liquor legislations. They're really strict.
New South Wales is worse.
So we just had to apply for an extension for World Cup matches at my work. So I'll go back.
Damn.
In New South Wales and Victoria, the licensing team had to apply for one license, which applied to all our hotels at once. In Queensland, they had to apply for 90 separate licenses. So one for each hotel for each individual game.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so it's pretty rough. Right. So what I've done is I've just got some of that ink gin in the bottom there. See that beautiful colour? It's just insane. Like I love this gin. It's really pretty.
Yeah, I've always seen that gin in the shops, but I've never actually bought or used it.
It's very good with orange, like fresh orange.
Yum.
So with our rose syrup that we have here, I'm just going to get some of that with the petals and everything, and just 2 spoons over the top. And you can see immediately that's gone a brighter blue. And then sparkling water. And you want to top that up so it is very near the top. And last thing is the absinthe. Just... okay, so apparently POTUS is practicing his Australian slang. He's streaming with this bogan. I don't know how much of a bogan I am, POTUS. Right. Absinthe as well, over the top. And you watch that colour change through. Oh, wow. So that, nice and simple cocktail to produce, chat, called Off with the Fairies. Yeah, isn't it? Doesn't it ever, right? It's such an insanely pretty drink.
Oh, so yummy.
Right, we're going to try it. I'll go back to the main camera so you can see my reaction.
You're pretty to drink. You gotta drink it.
You do, that's true. Cocktails are made to be drunk.
Just don't drink the resin.
Yeah, please. No drinking resin at all, ever. So yeah.
You're a real man if you don't drink it.
Hydrate.
Thank you. I will hydrate. I appreciate it. Woo. That is so cool. It's such an interesting drink because you got the rose, like the sweet of the rose, and the aniseed is like right up in the top of your palate as well. So, and it's kind of, I don't know if you can see, chat. I'll go back to the camera. Where's the prep cam? You might be able to see it. When it swirls, it's kind of iridescent, right? Because they don't really mix. I don't know if you can see it properly. Like, from where I'm standing, it's... You might... Hold on. We'll go back to the main cam. See if you can see this. Right? You can see the different layers in the drink. But
That's pretty.
they're not really, like they don't really like mix, they don't like mixing together.
Everybody knows you can't dance.
Oh no, I can dance. I can definitely dance. How long do I have to dance for?
Me.
It's really spooky music as well, so it should be like spooky dancing. Like a skeleton, I guess.
Don't mess up, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's actually the first time that's been redeemed. So, save the game. Alright, hold on. I gotta save the kitchen state, everyone.
I'm dancing too.
Alright, I've saved the kitchen state. That way, if it does burn down, we can just reload and it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm trying to... I don't know. I think I could probably force it to like mix together if I really give it a solid mix. But... yeah, even then, it like you can see the streams of the different... the sugar and the alcohol. Like, obviously, the longer it sits, the more it's going to mix in with the ice. But yeah, really cool drink. Off with the fairies. Chat? Whew. I like it. Right, I'm set. Mega, do you want to try that?
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. Good job. We're so funny.
I'm so funny. You're so funny. Best team ever.
Best team ever. Best team ever. Classic. So that's cocktail 1. Don't give cats alcohol. Mega, are you canonically a cat that can talk, or are you a magic cat?
I forgot. I'm not supposed to talk. Then if I find out my secrets. Shit.
So yeah, does anyone know canonically what Megas is?
I'm a cat. Meow, bitch. I mean, what?
Exactly. Oh, I gotta get chat up on my phone so I can see you guys when I'm cutting things.
Popsicle.
A meat popsicle, yeah. Oh, I can see, Fenrir, you're a man of culture too. Watched The Fifth Element before, have we? A small bean in the shape of a cat. Yeah. We like all sorts of human beings over here, so, and even cat beings. Every bean is welcome in this big small world. I finished my tea. So then I can just enjoy my cocktail now. Oh, you know what we should... oh, wow. I'm glad I haven't drunk most of this yet. We need to do a photo. Hold on. Otherwise, I'll be in trouble. It looks so pretty. I've got to get a photo for Instagram or something. Okay, hold on. I can do this. I can do this, chat. I can do this. Just get one of my many plants that I've got growing around. Ugh. So we have a background. Okay.
I like your plant. Can I have it?
Sure.
Alright. I'm here right now. I'm coming over. I can find your house, so I'll just stay here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. That's one of my oldest cuttings I've got, actually, that one. Hold on. I've actually got it wrapped up, Megas. Look how long this damn thing is.
So big.
It's massive. It's very leggy, that's for sure. And I just did this the other day. Oh. Because we had a bottle kill in the kitchen. We finished a bottle of Chambord, so now my bottle of Chambord has a cute little Snow Queen pothos growing out the top of it. So very cute, very cute.
I love it.
Okay. Let's go and make burgers. Burgers. We need...
oh my god, yes. Please.
We need that bowl. Okay.
I would love a burger right now.
Spooky burgers are next. A pothos. Yeah, I have several pothos. That is a golden pothos. I've got the Cebu blue pothos. And that is the Snow Queen pothos. And outside, undercover, I've got I should just do a plant tour at some stage, chat. It'd be a bit hard to do. Maybe one day. I'll do a plant tour. Alright, I'll do it on the Discord. Follow the Discord, that's where we hang out most of the time. I will do a plant tour, I promise. Because I have some really, really crazy pothos and also some insane begonias. Actually, I'm gonna go get one. Megas, can you watch this cocktail? I'll put that close to you. Here we go. Hold on. You can just watch that cocktail. You can drink that cocktail as much as you like from there. I'm gonna go get this begonia because it's ridiculous.
Alright, chat, we're going. So, do you know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna burn down the stream. Burn the stream down. You guys ready? You guys ready to burn this place down? You guys are ready. Start tell them, okay? Okay. You wanna know how we're gonna burn the place down? We're gonna push quiet in the chat, you know?
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
Do you know how to do that? Do you know how to do that? Oh, shit. Shh, go back.
Yeah, I'm almost back. You coming inside, puppy? Come on.
Quiet. Burn the place down. Shut up.
Okay. Oh, alright. So these are just two of my begonias, chat. Let me go back to the main kitchen. Cam. Whew, okay. This one, like that, they're like 30 centimeters long, those leaves. So that's a, it's called a plum paisley. It's just got such crazy detail on the leaves.
Oh my god, that's pretty.
Yeah, very pretty. Oh, okay. Plum, you hang out over there. Whew. And this one's like crazy silver. Like actually, it looks like an alien landscape. So they're two of my cool pothos. My begonias, sorry. Oh.
Where'd you go? You going?
I'm here.
Aussie Griff earlier was like, is the rose syrup just simple syrup with dried rose petals stirred in?
Correct. And you can soak it. You can have one like a simple syrup in a bottle with rose petals and just let it soak and it'll soak up more and more of the rose flavour. Or you can just get rose water syrup, like the one that's already made. But I find them to be a little bit like syrupy and the rose flavour is a little bit synthetic sometimes, depending on which one you get. So I just prefer to make it from fresh rose petals. Whew, okay.
Rose petals are nice.
Yeah. Plus, you know, with a like a rose syrup from a bottle, you won't be able to have the. Look, you know, sugar syrups are going to go bad after a while. I would say like no longer than a week if you're going to use like fresh sugar syrup. But yeah, it'd be good. Whew. Right. Okay, chap. I've been mucking around too much. Alright, so I've got some sliced cheese for our burgers, which we're going to put on the burgers. I need to go back to prep, don't I? Right, we're going to put this on the burgers, but we're also going to put some in the burger patties. So we've got half a kilo of meat here. So for half a kilo, I'm just going to use 2 slices. Shout out for cheese slices, exactly. I'm just going to fold them up, and we're just going to shred them as fine as we can. Obviously, you can chop them up in a food processor or something like that. But you just want to get them very, very like thin pieces. And remember, chat, when we're using our knives, we're being safe. Keep your fingers in a little claw shape so you're not in danger of cutting your fingers.
Very important.
Very important.
I mean, at least that way if you cut your finger, you cut your knuckle,
not your fingertip. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So just in this big mixing bowl, we've got those 2 pieces of cheese. Lactose, cheese and lactose intolerance equals fun time. Incorrect. Incorrect.
Me!
Who needs fingers? Maya. Maya's a good friend of mine, Megan.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I may,
Another Australian.
Imagine being Australian.
I know. We are pretty cool.
Pretty cringe. Oh, I thought it was cringe.
Cringe. Probably both. Probably both. Oh, okay. That can be recycled. Get over there. Okay, so we've got our beef. We've got our cheese in there as well. And I've also got a little bit of streaky bacon. Ooh, hold on, Chad. I'm getting a phone call from work. 1 second. It's probably important.
Okay, chat. So, can you guys hear me? Aha. Okay, you can hear me, but you can't hear the most amazed person cooking right now. You can't hear them cooking right now. But you can hear me. Nichi is dying. Work called them. So, how often do you sharpen your knives? It depends on how well you take care of them, really. So, generally, if you sharpen your knife, you can, and you like, if you're using it like every day or two after you sharpen your knife, you could probably you probably don't need to sharpen it for like a couple of weeks at a time. But yeah, you don't have to sharpen them all the time. But you sharpen them like a little tiny bit here and there. I'd probably sharpen them once a week or something. It depends. It all depends on like how often you use them and like how sharp and like well careful they are, I guess. You're back!
I am, hello. Sorry.
How often do you sharpen your knife?
Probably every few weeks or so. As long as you're using them properly, they should stay pretty sharp. I can kind of tell when they're getting a little bit dull, so I give them a sharpen with. And we talked about this on my stream with the real POTUS, but I've got a. So I've got a just like the generic sort of knife sharpener, which has diamond wheels in it, so that'll get the knife to a correct point. I use that in lieu of like an actual sharpening stone, which takes time. But then having a steel and then a ceramic steel, which is very smooth, you can get them very, very sharp. So I am a zombie now. Yes, correct. I assume you're talking about me because I died and then became a zombie. I need to come visit and sharpen your knives. I have got a plan to come up and visit you, Maya, at some stage. I'm not quite sure when, but it will happen, I promise. Okay. So, I have a little bit of streaky bacon here, chat. Go back to prep can. And again, with the streaky bacon, we just want to cut it into small pieces because this is going to mix through the burger. So we have like cheese and bacon inside the burger patties. Take your time if you're not as good as as practiced as I am, which comes with me doing this for 20 years. Although I haven't actually been a practicing chef for like 12 years now. I still cook at home. So yeah, I was a chef for a long time, like almost 10 years, and then I've been in front of house doing restaurants and bars and Or not for like another 10 years. See how old I am?
Probably like 80 at this point.
Yeah, just about. Next week, actually. Next week I'll be 80.
Oh my god.
Week after that I'll be 90. Right, so I like mustard, so I'm going to put a little bit of mustard in the burger patty as well. I'm just going to use seeded mustard. Just a tablespoon. But you can use whatever mustard you like. You know, if you like hot English mustard or you like American mustard, put that in instead. I'm going to put in a little bit of barbecue sauce. You can wrap the burger as well. So about 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce there should be enough. That is purely optional, barbecue sauce. And I've got some breadcrumbs here, somewhere, that I saved. Where'd they go? Oh, I have too many things, Megan.
Huh?
Too many things.
Aww.
I can't find where I put the breadcrumbs. All right. So I've just got some breadcrumbs here. I'm going to put about half a cup. Get back in the freezer breadcrumbs. And 1 little egg in there as well. Egg.
Egg.
Yes, the egg is in.
Egg.
And a little bit of salt. Put about a tablespoon. You can always add more. Oh, drink up. Sorry. Delicious. Are you trying to get me drunk, Maya? Not like at university where I used to only drink cider. We went to university together, so there you go. Oh, puppies! Come here, come here, puppy. Maya wants to see you. Hello, puppy. You come here. Come here. Pop up. Pop up. Oh, we'll go back to the main cam so you can see puppy.
Oh, she's so cute.
Hey, you pop up. You pop up. Are you a good boy?
Oh, that's so cute.
Everyone can see puppy.
I'm in the way.
He's wagging. Now they can see him on the top cam there. We've swapped. Now you drink cider. Puppy's name is Oren.
Oh.
O-R-I-N, Oren. He's a good puppy. He's
He's cute.
so smart and so stupid at the same time. Just one of those really good dogs. If ever there's a toy, his border collie instinct takes over, and he just will not focus on anything else. It is just toy time. Nothing else matters. The world disappears, and it's just, I want to play with this toy. So, it's pretty cute. All right, chat. Now the fun part. We're just going to mix all this together. Oh, I should, hold on. Now I've stitched myself up, Megan.
Well, stop doing that.
Gotta wash my hands again. Change the camera angle. I probably need to get like a streaming deck or something so I can actually just click instead of having to use my mouse for all this. I'm such a noob, chat. Okay. So, squish your burgers together. Get all the ingredients nice and combined, please. Okay. So now we have our nice little burger patty meat. Good to go. A foot pedal? What's a foot pedal? Maya said foot pedal and I don't know why. Oh, a foot pedal for changing scenes. Okay, yeah, that would work.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I might see if any of my musician friends have like a little foot pedal system that they're not using that I can commandeer for plugging into my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Another option is just like a string deck or something.
Yeah.
But like, I would like maybe cover it in cling wrap before you do a cooking string, so you can just press the buttons without getting it grody, and then you can remove the cling wrap after each string.
Yeah, and then I can like press. I can put it on the floor. I can press it with my feet maybe. That'd be cool. I'll just put it up here instead of my keyboard and mouse. Having to live on the kitchen bench. Oh, okay. You reckon chat is slow? That's not good. Okay. We need to get our burgers out, so let's keep working on that. I've got some brioche buns, as promised. These are those nice, buttery, French-style bread rolls. You can get them from most bakeries. But just normal hamburger buns would be fine too, chat. Okay.
Yum. I want burgers.
Delicious. Right, so part of making this spooky burgers, we're going to get a little paring knife, and we're just going to make a couple of little eye hole cutouts in the top, like such. Just little triangle pieces, because then when we close up the burger with the rest of the aesthetics that we're putting into it, they'll look like little jack-o'-lantern burgers. See, chat? Watch out, Mega. They might come to eat you.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Ready. I love spooky season. So excited.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Alright, so there's our little burger buns. They got the little eye holes cut out of them. That's very cute. They are biting burgers. So, let's cook the beef patties. So we're going to cook expensive ones, fancy. They are a little bit fancy. But like I said, you could just use like even normal bread. But I just thought I would get some nice burger buns that we could use. They're nice and soft. They are good. And they're easy to cut the little eye holes out of for our little jack-o'-lantern burgers. So I'm happy about that. So just up here. Hey, free puppy. Hey, puppy. You just going through? Or are you hanging out?
Hey, puppy.
Hey, puppy. He heard burgers and now he's interested. Okay, so just butter the inside of these. Because what we're going to do is we're going to just grill them quickly. just on the one side. They won't need to be grilled both sides. It'll just toast it up and it'll seal in the sort of surface of them so they won't go soggy. This is just like an olive oil spread, chat. You can use butter or margarine, whatever you would like to use. It's totally fine. Okay. Get out of here, olive oil spread. Okay. So, we need to go over to the cooking can. And we're going to cook some burger patties and burger buns. So, nice fry pan. That's what we like. Okay. Can you guys see that? Excellent. Good, good, good. Sometimes this camera freezes up. So I had a stream the other day where it was literally only like a freeze frame for 15 minutes because I didn't realize that the camera had frozen. So that wasn't very fun. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh well. Oh. So what game were you playing? Was it last night, Megas? That looked really interesting.
Beacon Pines.
It looked spooky. Too spooky.
It was.
I had to keep redeeming confetti.
Yeah, the confetti made it better.
Yeah, much less scary when it's confetti.
Oh yeah. No, it was good. There was some spooky parts and some sad parts, but it was a good story.
Yeah, it did seem really cool.
Yeah, it was one of those games where you like have to go back in time and change what option you made. So you like pick an option, but then that option might be the wrong option, so you have to go back in time and like pick a different option. And there's like 3 different storylines.
Wow. That sounds interesting. I was just telling you the other day, I just started playing Undertale again, so that's such a cool game. Such a cool game. Okay. So our frying pan's getting hot now, chat. So we're just going to get a little, you can see there, like a little handful, burger-sized burger patty mix. Just keep it fairly homogeneous. And make a second one for our second burgers. Okay. You see that there? They're just like little burger patties now. That's what we like. Okay, be careful when you're putting anything into hot oil, please.
Yeah. Long strip something in the oil, yeah. Put it in that way.
Gentle, gentle. Oh wow, look at it. I just realized that my cameras look really funny, like I'm kind of connected here.
Wow! Wow!
I mean, okay, Chad, I am actually connected. It just, like, normally my cameras don't make me look like I'm connected, so... But I promise you I'm really connected in real life. Like, I'm not a zombie as Maya alleges. Oh, they smell so good, chat. Right, because you got that really nice... What was that? Yeah. They got a really nice mustard smell coming out of them. It's just delicious. So those of you who don't know Megas, you do all the art yourself, don't you? You create your little avatars and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And plushies.
I did the art for this model, but my friend rigged it so that it moves. But yeah, I drew pretty much all the other stuff. And yeah, the plushies I make myself.
It's very excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Just watch him. You don't want to burn your burgers, but Man, they smell good already. I'm keen. I'm keen. Absolutely keen. I reckon at some stage, Megas, we should definitely try to get a weekend or something when there's like a whole heap of streamers in Brisbane, and I'll cook for everyone. I'll do a streamer cooking party.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'll be impossible to organise, but a chef can dream, hey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. See, burgers are simple, chat. Burgers are simple. I hope you can fulfill your dream of cooking for 200 nerds. I'll do it. Maybe I'll just get, I'll just run an event at my hotel. That way I'll get the chefs, I'll outsource. I'll just present the evening. There's much more talented chefs than me, chat. Much more talented chefs than me. So, definitely.
You're more talented than me.
Sorry?
You're more talented than me.
Oh, look, we're all equally as talented as each other. I like that quote where it says, you know, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll grow up its entire life believing it's stupid. So I like to think that everyone has talent, and they should really cultivate that. And not everyone's going to be great at everything, but we all have something that we are really like passionate about or just naturally good at. So don't be afraid to live your dreams, chat. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it! Make your dreams possible! Just do it!
It's not a suggestion, chat. Megas is telling you have to do it. It's mandatory now, so don't let your dreams be dreams, chat. Go out and live your dreams.
Do it. Right now.
I always wanted to have a cooking show, and now apparently I do, which is hilarious. And I love it.
Yeah.
And I love all of you. So that is also not optional. It is, oh, thank you for helping cook, Mega. That fire helps. That's very good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Put the fire in the pan.
Put the fire in the pan. Helps cook. Love it.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. So just watching these closely, we want to get that nice burgery caramelization on them. Okay, about 1 more minute, chat. 1 more minute, and we're going to put them on a plate to rest. So we'll put them on this little plate here. That'll just let all the juices consolidate, and always important to rest after you cook, particularly with any sort of protein. Oh, hell yes. Okay. These are coming out of the frying pan. Just going to put them on that plate there. I think you can see that, can't you, chat? Delicious. Okay. So I'm just going to scrape the oil out of that pan. Just a little bit of oil there. Give it a bit of a wipe with some paper towel, because we're now going to put in things that are already oily. So we don't want them to be swimming. You know what's funny? Like, does that to you look purple? My little stove? Because to me it looks purple, but in real life it's like bright red. So that just goes to show you, chat, don't trust cameras, hey?
Whoa.
Okay, so pan here. We're going to cook our other 2 strips of bacon, because they're going to go on the burgers. my little tub of sunflower. Oh, I've missed something in chat. Sunflower seeds not handling the hunger I feel from watching this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sylph. It is with my sincerest apologies that I cannot share the food with you. It really is. I would honestly like nothing better than to have you all sitting at the front of the bar here in real life. But unfortunately, it's the drink was not red. The drink was pretty accurate to real life, actually, on camera. But for some reason, I think it's because the cameras pick up part of the infrared spectrum, maybe, that it is a little bit different, maybe. Okay, so just quickly cooking that bacon. Get a bit of caramelization onto it. I'm just going to check that jelly as well, chat. See if it's actually jellifying. It is? Alright, we're going to be good. We're going to make it in time, chat. We're going to make it in time. And in about 15 minutes or so, I think we need to get ready for our premiere, because that's actually counting down on YouTube as we speak. So then we'll show the spooky movie. Okay, so just fold your bacon over, put one on each of these.
Yum.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we've got the bacon on top. Okay, so take that off the heat for a second. Can you guys still see that? Not really. I'll move it over here so you can see it somewhere. I'll go back to prep can. I need to pick a kitchen already, chat. This is ridiculous. Okay, we're going to toast these breads in that pan in a second. But what we're going to do here with our hot little burger patties is just get some of that cheese. And we're just going to cut that in half. And then in half again. Right?
Triangle.
Little triangles, because they're going to sort of sit off to the side here like this. Okay? And you want them to melt, because they're going to be our little teeth for our burgers.
Oh, hell yeah.
You want to do this while it's hot. One, two, three, and four. Okay. So they're our little teeth for our burgers. So they'll start to melt on that little plate. Okay. So while the pan is still hot, put your burgers in there. They won't take long, so be really careful. Particularly if you're using brioche. It is really, really high butter, high sugar. So, high sugar for bread anyway. So they will burn very quickly. So you got to be careful. You'll be able to sort of tell by if they're soft when you press in on them that it's heated through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We need a plate for our burgers. Okay. So you can see that? Nice and toasty.
Yum.
And nice and toasty. Right. And then we'll do our tops. Again, just be careful because they'll heat up really quick. All right. Got some spooky music going on for you as well today, chat, which I thought was pretty cool. Wanted to set the atmosphere. Although it's not the best music to dance to, so now that I've got this new dance routine, probably not the best the best week for me to start that actually. Alright, so again, lightly toasted like that. We can turn those off. Cool. Cool. No doubt. Alright, so you can see here, just going to pop our little rested burgers onto there. And those teeth are melting down the front. Little teethy burgers. Okay, and we just need to get got some red onion, some tomatoes, so with your tomatoes you can do a cool little trick here, chat. I'll show you this one. Finger with just the point of the knife coming out like that, and then you just insert that next to the eye and your thumb goes into the eye of the tomato like that, and then move the tomato, not the knife, around like such. Just takes out the middle. Nice and easy. Okay. We're going to keep that scrap piece of tomato. Yeah, it's really easy. It's so good. Do you have to rest them? Is it okay that you're impatient? That's fine. That is fine, you're impatient. Okay, some nice slices of tomato on here.
I would also be impatient and eat them straight away. Correct.
You don't have to rest them, you can eat them straight away. It just helps them to be nice and juicy and not, it just sort of reconsolidates all the moisture and deliciousness in there. Okay, got a nice big red onion. Unfortunately, my worms can't have too much onion or citrus, so I'll just throw this onion skin out. I'll have to introduce you guys one day to my little worm farm as well, chat. They eat all my green wastes from the kitchen. Goes in little cold composts into the worm farm. They have an absolute party in there every time I open the lid. It's like a million little worms worming around. They're very cute. That's kind of spooky Halloween as well. Well done. Are you referring to the worm farm with the green waste POTUS, or? Yeah, no, I definitely will. I've actually got a place in my backyard set aside to do like regular composting. But the city council is good because they have a bulk composting program. So I've paid extra to the council for a green bin. Well done on coring the tomato. That's excellent. Yes, I paid extra to the council for a green bin, so they'll take away my green waste like my grass clippings and plant cuttings and stuff, because obviously I'm a gardener as well. So yeah, they'll take that away and they bulk compost, which is really cool. Right, thin slices of red onion on your burgers as well. You don't want them too thick. Green beans are standard. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Now we have to pay. I mean, it's only like $20 every 3 months to have one. So it's not exactly crazy, but definitely worthwhile. I mean, because I do so much gardening, I definitely thought I would be upset if I had to throw away all my green waste into my big red bin. It would fill it up pretty much every week. So yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, green bins are awesome.
It's a bit weird that you have to pay for your green bin, because that's standard in New South Wales too.
Yeah.
We've got green, red and yellow.
Green, I mean, it's fine. I don't mind. Right.
I think they make it in Queensland that you're going to have to pay for it eventually, because it's better for the environment if everyone has.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely for sure. Alright. Chat, I've just got some lettuce going on top here. This is just a nice red oak lettuce, but you can use whatever lettuce you like. Those of you who've watched the show before know I love red oak lettuce. It's really cool. And just pack that in the middle there. And just for a bit of spooky charm, I'm going to use some, you have some pops from you from my taro. What? I have no idea what you're talking about, Fenrir. Alright. Just to make it spooky, put some tomato sauce or ketchup so that it will dribble down across your cheese teeth on your spooky burger. But you can put whatever sauce you like, chat. These are your burgers, they're up to you. And then, make sure you put the eyes at the front. And those...
Yeah.
Our little biting burgers.
Look at them.
Nom 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 nom.
Got little teeth.
Little teeths. Little teethies. What do you think, chat? Spooky burgers.
Put a little bit of tomato sauce in their eyes, and their eyes are bleeding.
Oh yeah, I will too. Okay, hold on.
Just joking.
No, this is gonna happen now. It's gonna happen now.
Oh shit.
I'll try it.
Don't ruin your burgers.
Oh, look, they're gonna be eaten anyway, so. It's actually super cool. I love it.
Oh, that actually does look really good.
Yeah, like glowing red eyes. Love it. Okay. New and improved glowing red eyes spooky bags. I fucking love it. That's so good. Oh, chat. Alright, I'm really happy with how those turned out. Really happy. Okay, this one's for you, Megas, and chat. You guys can share that one.
Yay! Thank you.
I am gonna try the other one. Alright. I wouldn't be a proper chef if I didn't try to eat my own creations. Send me your thoughts, chat. Hopefully this burger doesn't bite me back. That looks so stupid.
Looks so good.
I love it. Okay, alright. Wait. Before I eat it, I should take Instagram photos. Oh my god. I always forget this. I always forget this part, chat. And then Fenrir gets upset with me because I forget. Oh, this one looks hilarious. That one looks a bit dumpy, but this one looks really good. So the one you got, chat, looks the best. That one there. That's the best looking one. Okay, back to chat. Alright, I'm gonna eat the dumpy one. Relax your throat and maintain eye contact. Sure, I will too, Pie Toasts, I will too. He's looking right at me. I don't know what to do about it. Okay. Oh yeah. That is some legitimately good burger. Did everyone write down the recipe? Because I've forgotten now. So, no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. If you want to see the ingredients...
I forgot, do it again.
If you want to see the ingredients... I do a follow along on the Discord. So there's always a... I can't get in that cupboard. There is always a list of ingredients. Oh. Always a list of ingredients for every week, as requested by my Discord several times. So I had to do it. I actually Bird Bloom. I did a full. I did an absolute full vegetarian stream about a month or two ago. For my friend in Ukraine, because she's in Ukraine, a really cool artist, and she's vegetarian, so I wanted to sort of support her and support Ukraine a little bit, and so I did a fully vegetarian stream. Okay, that is really delicious, really delicious. Full vegan stream, you reckon? Okay, we can sort that out. Right, I'm going to put this to the side so I can keep... I'll keep eating that. I'll keep eating that in my spare time. And I'll leave that burgs there for you, chat. You and Mega.
Yay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, I think we should start making the pumpkin dolls. But first, we need to just have a look. I'll just check on YouTube. I think the... When does this show? So I've got it set to premiere at 1 o'clock. Where's the link? Here we go. 7 minutes. All right, 7 minutes, chat, and we can watch the full spooky movie. If you're keen. I'm just going to change the screen capture. All right. Deb requested. Okay. Tell Deb I'll give you guys a call, Maya. I'll call you and Deb, and we'll go through menu. I'm happy to try anything for full vegan mode. So that'll be really cool. Cool. We should definitely try our pumpkin dolls, I think, next. We'll start those as soon as the movie's finished. It's only 7 minutes long. It's a short film, but it's based on a story that I wrote, which is really cool. And I was very excited to see it turned into a film. So, best not to do it after your stream. What's after your stream, Fenrir? Six minutes. Okay. I'll also share the link if you guys want to watch it directly on YouTube. That's where the premiere will be. But I'll be showing it here anyway, so... It should hopefully, if this is working the way I think it will, it should start counting down pretty soon. Alright, I've got a notification on, so it should tell me. It should tell me when it's counting down. I've never done a premiere on YouTube before, so this will be interesting. While that's going on, we're going to get our pumpkin dolls started. So, we will need a... We'll get our big cooking pot out. This big monstrosity. My favourite. And what we want to do is get our butternut squash. And we're just going to trim the skin off this one. Because we need to boil up the... Thank you, Fenrir. We definitely need to be shouting out Megas at every opportunity.
Oh my god, it's terrible. Don't do that.
It's too late. Fenrir's got a hold of the shout-outs now. Those of you who've seen the show before know what a troublemaker Fenrir is anyway. That's why he's a good mod. It's the exact level of order and disorder that you need. Alright, so we're just going to trim this.
Where did you get those clothes?
Oh no!
Toilet store?
I did actually, I'm sorry. I got this bow tie from the toilet store. I'll change, sir. I'll change. Oh. We should have got you a bow tie, Mega.
Oh.
Then you could change bow ties.
Okay.
Hydrate. I will.
I wonder if I got one.
Hold the stretch for about 30 to 60
Oh,
seconds.
stretch it out.
I'll put my tie on.
Oh. Everyone's doing yoga, stretching it out. Oh.
Stretch.
Stretch and hydrate. I'll keep telling this story, Fenrir. If you ever see Fenrir on the show, just make sure you ask him to hydrate mayonnaise. Surely you don't need any context for that. The guy literally hydrated mayonnaise, and I don't know if he regrets it. Yeah. Chat dared him. Chat dared him to do it, so he hydrated the mayonnaise we just made when he was here live in the kitchen with me. So, always good fun. Where is... Okay. So, we're just taking the skin off our butternut squash. Make sure you keep all the skin bits for the worms, chat. I have like a couple of thousand worms in there. They're all named Wormy, which is pretty interesting. I regret nothing, says Fenrir. I'm pretty sure you regretted it at the time. You seem to have survived, so that's okay. It was freshly made mayonnaise here on the show, so it wasn't like it was bottled mayonnaise. What'd you mix it with? Lemon juice and water? Oh god, I can't even remember. I was just watching in gobsmacked awe. Don't worry, Mega, I won't make you drink mayonnaise, that's fine.
Aww,
I'm not mean like chat. This is why I had to get a hydrate bottle, because hydrate used to get spammed, which is my own fault because I may or may not have been known for playing the Drown streamer game on Poor Spring Roll's channel. Or as we said to her, it was just about maintaining her skincare regime to make sure her skin looked good. Was making her drink a lot of water. What I mean to say in fewer words is I probably deserved to get spam hydrated on my own streams. Mega would rather have pilk. Would you, Mega?
What?
Apparently, according to Serenity, you would rather have pilk than mayonnaise to hydrate with.
Yes. Over mayonnaise? Definitely.
Okay. I'm just going to put this in. Some water. And we're going to start boiling up that pumpkin. Stove back on. Thank you very much. Oh. Right, let me just check here. Because I think we should be... We are too. Okay. We've just started chat. I'm going over to Clip Show, and while we're cooking, you'll be able to watch the movie. It's counting down to the premiere. Which hopefully... what do we got? 1 minute 38 seconds. Are we ready for spooky movie? Right, I think that's working. I can't actually see because I've got to keep it on full screen, but Mega, can you confirm if that's working or not?
Is it working alright?
Smacks Fenrir live with a tortilla.
Is the sound up?
Yeah, so we're at 58 seconds, chat. I'm turning up the sound a bit.
That'd be good.
And I'll turn off the spooky music in the background as well. Can everybody hear that?
Probably turn it up a bit more.
A bit more? You let me know when the sound's good.
That's probably good.
That's good? So yeah, this was a short story that I wrote. And I'm really happy that it's been made into a film. Here we go, chat.
explain what I saw. Snakes can mean a lot of different things, but I sort of felt as though for you it was unexpected, and I actually feel like it's a person you need to be careful of. So would you like to
Come on. This is better.
Alright. You want to sit down?
Like, should I do the food cooking? You got one ring pie. You don't like it? That's good. It's a little bit addicting. Right? That is so good. So that goes there. You do? Yeah. Oh, I think this is supposed to help.
I hope I didn't ruin the day. Oh!
There you go, chat.
Susan?
There you go.
write that?
I wrote that story, yeah,
That's so cool.
and then redid it for film, obviously. But yeah, I'm a terrible amateur writer. But yes, I quite liked that movie. I was really happy to see it brought to life, I guess, rather than just being a story on a writer's blog. So yeah, I thought it was really cool. I really wanted to try to capture a spooky theme that, even though I know how the story is going to end, it still like makes me uneasy. So I think I did pretty well with that, because it still makes me feel uneasy. It's that concept of like realizing just how long you've been with someone who you thought was someone else and it's actually not them. So That I think is quite terrifying, where like the person you thought you were hanging around with was not that person. So, yeah. Hopefully you like that world premiere of The Hunted.
It's really cool.
Yeah. I like it anyway. It's not a big budget film, just a fun movie that we made. So enjoy, chat, enjoy. You've got the link to it anyway. You can watch it anytime you like. Cool. Back to cooking, I suppose. That's what we're all here for. I do have, to make these little haunted pumpkin dolls, I have some gingerbread cookie cutters, gingerbread men. So we'll need the really big one. And we're just boiling up that pumpkin at the moment. Just trying to make sure that it's nice and soft, because we're going to make like a spiced pumpkin mash, which will be very delicious. So hopefully you'll like it. To the pumpkin, we're also going to add some red onion and some tomato. So I'm just going to chop that up into some small pieces there. But we need to wait for the pumpkin to boil first. So yeah, I might have to link to my little writer's blog that I had. I haven't really written anything in a few years, but I did have like quite a few stories. So if anyone's interested, I'll put them on the Discord or something. And I'm going to put some little peppers as well. So we're going to cook these up. So we got a bit of red onion, a bit of tomato, some red and yellow peppers.
Yum.
Delicious. And what we're essentially going to do is, once that pumpkin's soft, we're going to saute off these other vegetables till they're soft, add the pumpkin back in, and then blitz the whole thing to like a really nice spiced vegetable pumpkin mash. And that's what's going to go inside our little haunted pumpkin dolls, which will be like little man-shaped pastries filled with pumpkin filling. And then baked, so they will be delicious. I need to get my music back. Hold on, I was wondering what it felt so quiet for. There you go, Chad, how's that? More spooky ambience. I'm not very spooky by myself, Mega. I definitely need spooky music for ambience.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
That's true, that is true, they do indeed. I've got one hiding inside me right now, and he won't come out. That spooky skeleton. He's been in there my whole life. Just hanging out, apparently. Oh. Okay. So, once this pumpkin is soft, just test that with a little poke of a fork there. Frozen Nova, thank you very much for the follow.
Hi, Nova.
We are all doing well. Mega has a tie and a chef's hat, firmly in charge of the kitchen. We've made some spooky burgers. Actually, I've got one I can show you if you've just joined. Our little biting burgers that we made. Be careful, I'll take a bite out of you.
So good.
And we're going to make some delicious jelly cups, little slimy jelly cups in a minute, but we're making our pumpkin pastries first. which are going to be our haunted little pumpkin dolls. Yeah, I think they look pretty good as well. It is too spooky. I agree. I agree. By the way, chat, if anyone does not follow Mega, you definitely should, and you should subscribe as well, because you get access to some of the best damn emotes on the entirety of Twitch.
How are you?
They are ridiculously good. Mine are pretty cool as well. I quite like my little sketch style emotes that I have. But Mega is definitely amazing.
Very much so cute.
Yeah, there's a guy called Quan's Dudes, and he does little doodles on Instagram. And I said to him, those look awesome, I'd love to use them as emotes. And he drew up a whole heap of emotes for me. And he said, I don't know what emotes are, but I'll draw some little doodles of food for you. And he did. So there you go. That's how we ended up with these, and they are 100% my style. So they're absolutely perfect for the channel. If you'd like ramen and dumplings and steak and ice creams and cocktails. So now I can drop into people's chats and say, here's a cocktail for Mega, and give you a cocktail. So, actually I should hear, chat, how many I'll drop in some cocktails for chat. Everyone in chat have a cocktail.
Thank you.
Cocktails for chat. Enjoy, chat, enjoy.
Sip, sip.
Sip, sip. Okay. So pumpkin's going good. We just need to drain that pretty shortly. While we're waiting for that, maybe we can make our next cocktail. So next one I think maybe we could do the black cat. Drink up, guys, don't patronize me. Okay. I'll try to get past these spiders into my cupboard here. Excuse me, spiders. Okay. So we'll make the black cat cocktail, I think, next. That'll be a good one. Okay, so to make this one, I've lost all my alcohol behind all my spooky things. Okay, so black cat. We're going to need a coffee liqueur and a spiced rum. So I've gone for Dead Man's Fingers. It is a really vanilla-y spiced rum, whereas a lot of them are quite cinnamony. Pop that back down there. So yeah, this one's got a lot more vanilla in it. And then obviously Tia Maria, is a pretty standard one. There are better coffee liqueurs, which I will get when this one runs out, but that's what we're using today. So let's use our black shaker, I think, today for this one. Black cocktail shaker. We will need the strainer and the Boston, which is here somewhere. Okay, so we're going to double strain this one. But essentially what we want to do, we want to add in one shot of the spiced rum, and one shot of the Tia Maria to your cocktail shaker. Okay. just check this pumpkin quickly. That can probably come out of the water, so I'm just going to drain that. I can't see anything, chat. I'm fogged up.
You're blind.
The joys of wearing glasses in a kitchen. Okay, just put your pumpkin into a separate bowl for a second. And you can use the same, excuse me, pumpkin. Hey, excuse me, get in there. All right, you can use the same pot. So I'll go over to the cooking cam in a second. But a little bit of oil in the bottom. Cooking cam ahoy! Here we go. Okay. So, get that oil heating up. And that's what we're going to add this, the rest of our little ingredients to. The chopped tomato, the chopped red onion, and the chopped peppers, or capsicum, as we call them here in Australia.
I love Pappy Boys.
They are very delicious. Very, very delicious. Okay, I'm just going to wipe down my bench quickly so that red onion doesn't stain my bench top. And then we'll have space to play with cocktails as well. Okay, so nice bit of sizzle in there. So get yourself a wooden spoon. For this one I'm going to use our spoon chat, which has the sharp edges, so I can get it over in all the corners.
Okay. That was so good.
And I'm going to put in like 2 cloves of garlic as well. Get you a nice little garlic cloves there. Excuse me, ghosty man. Just get the skin off. Put the whole clove in, that's fine. But just make sure you put the garlic in later than the rest of it, because it'll burn quicker. Okay. So stir that around until it's nice and soft and it's got a bit of colour. That's just going to be our filling for our pumpkin, little haunted pumpkin dolls. So add your pumpkin back in and just a little bit of water. Because that'll deglaze the pan. Okay, take that off the heat. Just let it sit. You can see that chat, really cool mix of delicious veggies. Oh, cooking cam, exactly. Right, back to our black cat cocktail. I apologise for that brief jaunt over to the cooking cam, but we just needed to get that resting. So you just want to let that sit in its own heat for a little bit, because it'll just help the flavours to finish cooking and combine. Because then we're going to blitz it with a food processor and it'll be delicious. But that gives us enough time to make this cocktail. So, we do need some big ice. 2 cubes in there.
Yep.
So 2 big ice. And then I've got here my little ice, which I'll just top back up. I really need an ice maker, I think, Mega. I need to fix my freezer so it actually makes ice again. Because it does not at the moment. That would make my life a lot easier, that's for sure.
Imagine having an easy life.
I know. Life's hard, chat. Okay. So into here, right? You just want to fill that with ice now. So you're going to get 2 shots of alcohol. Fill with ice. Okay. And give that a really good shake. So we'll go back up to the main cam. Headphone warning for anyone who may have headphones in.
I've got headphones on.
Nice. Just might be a little bit loud with the shaky ice, so be prepared. Apparently we've got to dance while we shake this as well. Yeah. I've learned my lesson, Serenity. I've learned my lesson. You definitely need to warn chat about headphone warnings when shaking icy cocktails. Delicious. All right, so Boston strainer here. Fit that straight on. Oh, I suppose I'll go back to the actual prep can. Boston strainer. Straight on here. Small strainer because we want to get rid of some of that small ice. Just going to come out and just strain those 2 alcohols over the top. So this is ostensibly a coffee and rum cocktail with the coffee liqueur and the vanilla spiced rum. And to continue in that vein, normally you would use a cola of some description. I've gone with a vanilla cola because we are continuing in that vanilla vein. So then straight over the top of that ice cube here, and what you end up with is that nice layer. Probably see that better on the front cam. See the black at the top and the brown underneath. So there's a coffee and rum cocktail. If I'm being honest, it's a little bit like a take on a, say like a Black Russian with the coffee and the cola, but with the addition of the rum as well. So you can see that. Go back to prep cam. That chat, nice and simple, black cat. Nice. So I'm just going to give that a quick stir. Make sure it's all combined. Oh, it's so nice. So nice. It's really like the vanilla tricks your body into thinking that it's sweet, but then it doesn't follow through with the sweetness. So it's sweet, but not actually like sickly sweet, which is interesting. Okay. We are almost done, chat. We're just going to do up our little baked pumpkins, which we can do now. So that's sat for a second. That's really nice and mellowed. All the flavors are mixed. Everything's nice and soft. So another slight headphone warning here. It won't be as bad as before. But we're just going to use a little food processor to blitz that up. Go back to cooking cam. The joy of these cocktails, Serenity, is that you should be able to make them at home, hopefully. I try to make sure that they're not overly complicated. Headphone warning, I'm going to do some blitzing now. We're just going to make this really nice vegetable filling. If you wanted to, you could put some bacon or something into it. Ah, it's the alcohol. Well, we have done mocktails here before, so maybe for you, Serenity, I'll do a mocktail stream. My partner is actually allergic to alcohol, so I am quite versed in making mocktails. She does not produce alcohol dehydrogenase like a lot of the population. So more than about 10 mils of wine and she goes all red and is immediately hungover, so not pleasant. Okay, so a little bit of salt and pepper in here. You want about a tablespoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. Mix that in. And we're going to add, somewhere over here I have, some cinnamon. So add your cinnamon as well. Because cinnamon and pumpkin is delicious.
Yum. Cinnamon and pumpkin is the best.
It is really good. I'm glad we agree. Okay. So we've got our pumpkin puree there. You can see that, chat. Oops. Nice pumpkin puree with the veggies, delicious. Just going to give that a taste test, make sure it's all good. Oh yeah, perfect. Just a touch of cinnamon. Oh no, I'm so sorry about that, Serenity. Yeah.
Oh.
To be honest, I'm not a huge drinker either. I pretty much only drink on this stream because I make cocktails. But, yeah. That's really nice. I like that black cat. Black cat cocktail. Okay. I don't want to run out of time, chat, so I'm going to keep going. Get out some puff pastry. Let's go back to prep cam. We need to get our puff pastry sheets. And you don't want to leave them out of the fridge too long, Mega, because otherwise they'll get all floppy.
Yeah. Gotta love that.
Yeah. Alright, so get your little gingerbread man cookie cutter. And just chop out some... Whoops, I almost got rid of chat.
I chat.
Bye, chat. Okay. So you just want to mark out your gingerbread man. Just chop through that pastry there. As it defrosts, it'll be easier. You see each little gingerbread man there? They're going to be the back and the front of our pumpkin pastries. So what I might do actually, I'll get out the big trays. Oh, sorry chat, that was unnecessarily noisy. Okay, cloth over here, cocktail over here. Give me the space. Right, I definitely need a bigger kitchen, chat. Which astounds me because this is quite a big kitchen. I suppose it's just not made to do cooking shows. Maybe one day I'll get a studio somewhere.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I'd love to have a space where like myself and other streamers or content producers could make fun stuff. Okay.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Yeah. I wish I could hand some food through to you, Mega. I really do.
Oh, my stomach just let out the largest grumble I ever heard.
Classic. Classic. Alright.
Oh, damn it.
So I'm just going to butter up these trays. Oh, get in there.
Run as fast as you can.
Yeah, they won't be able to escape these little gingerbread men because they'll get up and chase you back.
Oh shit.
They are haunted. I assume. I've got nothing to back that up. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit of butter on the trays here so they don't stick. It's a very thin coat. It's all that's necessary. Oh, the butter's sticking though. That's handy. Okay. Okay, little Gingy, let's get in there. Okay, so pop them on the tray. Oh. Let's chop out some shapes. Four. And lucky blast should be 5. So just get 5 out of a sheet here. Okay. So get your pumpkin puree. You don't need much of it on each one because they're only little, they're just little snacks. So a little scoop of pumpkin puree just in the middle of each one. This is about a tablespoon worth for each one. Hopefully you can see that, kind of.
So yummy.
So cool. All right, on the next sheet, just cut out your little man shapes again. And I'm gonna turn that oven up. So we're good to go in about 5 minutes. Apparently I didn't chop that one good enough. Get chopped. Alright, and then place that on top. You just want to make sure you seal up the edges so the pumpkin doesn't come out. But don't press the inside, because then you want to press it like that and it'll spread out into all the little cavities. And they will make delicious little haunted pumpkin dolls.
They look so good.
Yeah, well they should be pretty cute when they're finished baking. They won't take long, they're literally only like a thin bit of pastry over some pumpkin. So take about 5-10 minutes in the oven and you'll be good to go. Okay. Spread that pumpkin out a little bit. I've lost my gingerbread, there he is. Okay. 3. Do you reckon you can make these at home? Yeah, add butter to things, don't stick, makes butter stick, yes. I agree, I was upset about it too. Okay. Just stick down all the sides. And you can do some cute little decorations on these as well. You know, make them look extra spooky. Put some of the additional little leftover bits of pastry on top, like little bandages. We might do that with the eyes, that'd be cute. Okay, so seal those outside edges. One more. Okay, get on there. Get on there, you little pumpkin man. Right, I'm just going to do little balls for the eyes. Stick them on there. Just make them look as goofy as you like. I'm doing 2 different sizes for each eye. Okay. Get that on there. So now they've got their cute little Google eyes. Into the oven they go. All right. Oh, I will just pack this up because I can finish making the rest of those later on, chat. I won't bore you with me just rolling up pastry. Oh. Butter goes away. How hot is it where you are, Mega?
It's not too bad today. I only just started really warming up.
It's absolutely killing me, I gotta tell ya. It's, I might need to turn the air conditioning back up. Jesus. Plus, it's already 30 degrees here. Gross. I don't like it. I wish it was winter time. Oh. Right, I've turned my aircon on. It's alright, I've got solar power anyway, so I should be fine. 15 degrees, god damn it. Ah, lucky. Yeah, no, it's literally on my computer at the moment. It's got my local temperature 30 degrees and sunny. It's not pleasant. Plus, I've got all this cooking stuff going on, so I'm just I'll keep that air conditioning on as we chat. It's gonna be one of those summers, hot and humid and disgusting. So anyway, I reckon we should make our last little jelly cups.
How hot is it supposed to be here? It's supposed to get up to apparently 28 today.
Yeah, that's pretty hot as well.
I live in a brick house though, so I won't feel that heat for another hour probably.
Yeah, true. True that. My house is pretty well insulated, but yeah, it's supposed to have rain every week till the end of the year. That is true. They're predicting it's going to be a very wet summer again. But yeah, our house is pretty well insulated, but it's just sort of starting to hit me now. It's been very warm all day. So I was hoping to go out and do a bit of gardening, but I might wait until the afternoon, like just before the sun goes down now. Alright. So, we're going to make these cute little jelly cups, which are essentially a spooky version of a trifle, which everyone loves. Everyone loves trifle, so...
Yes. Yes. Oh my god, I'm so hungry.
Does everyone in chat know what trifle is? I would assume most people know it. Okay, get out of my way, spiders. Cool. So, we're going to make it in these cute little tall glasses. Vaguely. Don't drown, Sylvie. We'll all keep each other safe. Serenity. We'll make sure that no Australians drown, hopefully. So yeah, I've got a nice little sponge roll cake here. Very soft, very delicious. So the first thing I'm going to do, so I'm just going to take a slice of that. We might need to cut it in half to fit it in, I think. But that's just going in the bottom. And I've got a spoon here, long spoon, so that'll just help me push that into the bottom. Now you can make your own custards and cakes and stuff, but I thought we'd be wasting our time for me to have to like make all of that. So, we've got our jelly that we made earlier. Look how jellyish it is. So good. One with fruit and one with delicious sour worms. You're jealous? I'll bet you are. That's fine. It's okay to be jealous. And the last thing we need to do here is I've got some of this double thick custard. So again, you can make your own custard, nice and thick, but thought this would save us some time today and just show that, you know, you don't have to make everything from scratch like I normally do on this show. That's literally just for content, chat. Just to show that I can. Oh. Okay, so in a bowl, what I'm going to do here is just put some of this double thick custard, which is literally like super thick.
Yum.
It is very good. Okay. Mega, what color would you like? Because I've got blue, I've got red, I've got... that's it, I've got blue and red. So we can make blue or red slime for these spooky cups.
Purple.
Purple? Okay, we're mixing the two.
Purple will look good for Halloween.
Purple will look good for Halloween. Okay, so chat, we're going to turn this custard purple. So just a tiny bit of red. Oh, it looks spooky like blood, chat. Watch out. And a little bit of blue. So maybe we'll call these mega jelly cups because they'll be purple, like mega. What do we reckon, chat? Now, does that look like a mega purple? It's about the right color.
Serenity knows that purple's the best color.
Purple is the best color.
It does look grey. Is it grey?
It is pretty purpley grey, but if I hold it next to mega, it's pretty close.
It's grey.
I could probably add some more. Need to brighten it up, so I'll add some more red. This will either completely ruin it, chat, or make it much better.
Oh, I like that color. Perfect for Halloween.
That is a perfect color for Halloween. That sort of delicious purpley red color.
Looks like blood.
It actually looks much more like blood to me, but again, that's the joy of cameras. Is they don't always show exact colors, unfortunately. But I'll post some photos because my camera takes pretty good true to life color. So yes. Cool. So on top of the cake, we're going to put a spoon of that jelly, the red slime that we've just made, and just give that a swirl so it settles. Oh, it's so thick. I love this custard for making trifle. So good.
Yeah.
Right. And then in the first one, we're going to put berries. Berry jelly. Just a layer of that. And in the other one, we're going to put a layer of our stinky worms.
Wow. Little slimy boys.
Little slimy wormy boys. And then we need some more cakey. Another layer of cake. Okay, and just press that cake down so it forms a little layer. Those pumpkin dolls are looking really good, chat. They'll come out of the oven in a second as well. Okay, where's my little spoon? So press your cake down into there. Try not to force the jelly up over the top of it though. You just want to make it sort of form a layer.
Yeah.
And then another scoop of that red slime. Okay. Let that settle, form a layer. And we're onto the jelly again. Okay, so this one's the, yeah, right, so this one's the berries. Another layer of the berries.
Oh, it looks so good.
It is looking pretty damn good so far. This one's our slimy worms, so get in there, you slimy boys.
And now little pictures. Sorry.
They sure are. They're sticking to the spoon. It's making it very difficult. But I've made them my bitches, and they are now successfully in the cups. Alright, another slice of cake. I'll try to just sort of squidge an entire slice in here. Yeah, that works. Okay, so press that in. And a whole slice of cake here. Squidge it in. So essentially we're just making these cute little layers all through the dessert. Oh, okay. And then the slime. And this is a real easy dessert. Like it's a no cook dessert. You've got to make jelly. If you can make jelly, you can make this dessert. Everything else you just buy pre-made. Get a sponge roll cake. Whew. Matches her fur. It does a little bit. It does almost match her fur. It matches the Mega. Not precisely, but nothing can truly match Mega. Proprietary color. Okay.
I love cracker with chocolate. I love cracker with chocolate custard. It's
You
so good.
definitely can use chocolate as well. So, just to finish, we got a little bit of the jelly fruit and a little bit of the jelly worms hanging out the side of the glass here. Looking all slimy and gross. Okay. Get out of here, the rest of you jelly. I'll deal with you soon.
I'll eat the blackberry.
Yeah, they are really good, those blackberries. Right, I'm just going to put my my bread top roll back in here. Don't tell Fenrir there's bread top at my house. He'll be here. He might be addicted to bread top. If anyone sees my mod lurking around, he's probably looking after his little daughter. But, look at that chat. It kind of looks like chocolate custard actually, on camera.
Yum. It does.
But it is not, it is vanilla, just coloured. So there we have our fruit and our slimy boys, gummy worms, trifles. Need to sell your blackberry plants to work harder? Yeah. I've tried growing berries before. Queensland in Australia is not the place for it, I gotta tell you. We have to get like special varieties of blueberries that will grow with no frost to even try to grow blueberries up here, and they're no good. So, nice. We'll take a quick photo of those, chat. What do you reckon? And then I'm going to pull those pumpkin dolls out of the oven, and you just wait till you see those. Oh, that does look spooky, actually, chat. With the light behind them, it's very cool. Okay. Now, I'll just put these to the side because you need to see these. Oh, alright, I can't see again, chat.
Oh no, where'd your eyes go?
invisible. Okay, back to cooking cam, and look at these. Is that not the cutest damn thing you ever did see? Yeah, the downside of baking with glasses, I agree. But that is our cute little pumpkin dolls. So they are delicious, made of little puff pastries. I'll get them on a plate and hopefully they won't be able to run away. Oh, these are a great little Halloween snack. Or just a snack in general. Go back to prep can, you can have a look at those. How cute, Mega?
So cute.
Alright. Now, the real question is, chat, do we chop one? Do we dare?
Yes. Chop it in half, right down the middle.
Don't chop the dinosaur, Daddy!
That's okay.
That was a great ad. Alright. We're going to chop one. We're going to chop it. Oh, so crunchy. You see how delicious pumpkin oozing out from the inside there?
Yum.
Oh, that's really hot.
I wish I came up and did this in person now.
Well, you'll just have to come up next time, Mega.
Oh man.
Honestly, I mean it when I say it, like, this Big Small World kitchen is always open. So if anyone's hanging around Brisbane City, Australia, just flick me a message on the Discord. I'll try to make time and we'll hang out. Whether it's here in the kitchen or somewhere else cool. Look at that. That delicious pumpkin filling.
Yum.
Oh, so hot.
Yeah, careful of that.
So good though. Okay. Quickly take a photo of these ones. Oh. Okay. Delicious, Chad, delicious. That is literally everything cooked now, Mega. We've done all the cooking. I was going to make one more cocktail, but, well, Sylvixen, if you are ever free in Brisbane, you just let me know, mate.
Oh my gosh, Sylvie, I'm gonna come up and see ya.
That'll teach you. You've dobbed yourself in, Sylv, now. Megas is on the way. Okay, do we want to try one more cocktail, and then I think we're done. Then I can release Mega. I've had her trapped in a cursed, haunted kitchen all day.
Oh, help me.
Help you.
I'm dying.
You're dying. I've attached her to chat. She's chained. There's actually a little chain there you can't see from the back of Mega to chat. She's chained to you guys. Right. One last cocktail, and I'll get out of your hair, chat. I'll get out of your hair. Last one was Witch's Cauldron. So obviously, Witch's Cauldron, it's gotta be green. So we're gonna go with a Midori to start, right? That's the base. But we're gonna use a little bit of Chambord as a topper. So this should be pretty cool. Yeah, Midori's very nice actually. Very nice liqueur. What did we make? We made a melon spritz with that the other week, Sylv. So yeah, that was very nice. Okay, so you want to get yourself nice big rocks glass, or you could get. Oh, actually, you know what? We can make this in a tiki. That'd be cool for a witch's cauldron. Don't you think? What do you reckon, Mega?
Honest.
Witch's cauldron in a tiki.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool.
Yes. It looks good.
Okay. So, to make this one, we're going to put in. Excuse me. I'm dropping lids everywhere. Apparently, I'm too drunk. Only had 2 cocktails today. Okay. You know what though? I think actually I'm going to change my mind again because I want you guys to see what's going on. So, because that's the fun part. All right, Midori in the bottom. 1.5 of Midori. Now apparently making a big mess with the Midori is an important part there, so make sure you do that as well. Tip it all over your bench.
I love Midori. Midori's so good.
It is very good. Sylvixen was just saying that as well. Seems to be a pretty common thread. Everyone likes Midori.
Well, it's good. It's like sweet, but very, very, very slightly sour. Like not really noticeable, but it's there.
Yeah, it is a versatile spirit, that's for sure. Very nice.
Very, very fruity.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you want to put the ice in your drink now. Just with regular ice for this one. And you want to gently pour that sparkling over the top. And half a shot of Chambord, ready to go. So, maybe if I go back to the prep cam, you'll be able to see this better. So we have that really nice bright green. Alright, we tip that over the top. It should sink down through like a little magic spell. Because the Chambord's a different consistency. So it makes this like weird, you can see, yeah, you can see it in there. See that like weird tendrils of
Yum.
purple. I was actually thinking we could try, I was going to get some dry ice for this as well. Impossible to get at short notice, and I left it too late. But I was thinking we could try, and it might ruin the drink or it might not. But I was going to put like a sort of soda, like a Barocca sort of thing in there, so it like bubbles over.
Yeah, that would be.
I'm going to give it a try. I don't know if this is actually going to work or not, chat. But this is like a little sort of fizzy citrus vitamin C style tablet. One of these. So we're going to see what happens when we add that. It might completely ruin my kitchen, but I'm not sure. So using my little...
Now this is where you go, do I need stomach health or do I need head health? Ask them for the head.
Alright, so in that goes, push it to the bottom, and we'll see what this does.
Imagine ordering like 6 of these at a bar at one night. You die.
You'd be so healthy. So healthy. So that's actually really cool. It's just like slowly bubbling.
That's cool. Is it orange rocker or?
Yeah, it's orange, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely not going fast, that's for sure. It's sitting there in the sham board in the bottom. That's quite interesting, actually.
Yeah, use Mentos and Coke.
With Mentos and Coke, yeah, exactly. Alright, I'll give that a bit of a stir and we'll see what happens.
Maybe because it's cold it won't bubble.
Yeah, it definitely won't bubble as fast. Yeah, so that's just sort of slowly bubbling up from the middle. It'll, yeah, for sure. For sure. Cheers, chat. Cheers. I'll go back to main camera. Cheers. Oh, that is a damn good cocktail. What does that remind me of? It reminds me of Skittles.
Oh,
It actually, oh my god, like the Midori and the Shambord, it just reminds me of that like Skittles flavor. Like throwing a whole like handful of Skittles into your accidental Skittle bomb. It 100% is. 100% is. It legitimately tastes like Skittles, chat. So just go soda water or sparkling mineral water with one and a half shots of Midori and a half shot of Shambord, and you've made Skittles. Although there might be some of that flavour coming from the orange bubbling up, because every time I smell it, it definitely smells like orange. So there's probably a bit of that flavour coming through as well. But yeah, accidentally Skittle bomb. What are you going to do? Oh, so good. So good. That's all I've got for you, chat. Hey, Sunset Scorpion, welcome. You've come right at the right time. We're just finishing up.
Sunset, no!
I'm releasing Mega from her imprisonment in the haunted kitchen. But you can always watch back our shenanigans. Cheers, Sunset Scorpion. Thanks for tuning in.
Look, the spiders on the wall.
There is, yeah, they invaded. Absolutely.
It was a hamburger. A very nice looking hamburger.
Yeah, hold on, I'll find it, hold on. So I've got a spooky burger. He's gonna eat you, so be careful. He's got sharp cheese teeth.
It's so cute.
It is pretty damn cute. And we made little haunted gingerbread dolls. So these are little dolls filled with pumpkin, cooked with fire.
Got the fire.
And we made these spooky slime and jelly cups. Delicious.
Yum.
And 3 cocktails. But I've already drunk those, so Mega helped. Mega helped drink all the cocktails.
Yeah. In real life, I tasted all of them. Is this the real life?
It is. I've heard it's true. It is real life. Yeah, feel free to watch back. It's a very chilled out stream. We just sort of hung out, cooked and made some delicious food and drinks. Oh, now we've got to find someone to raid, Mega. Do you have any suggestions? Are you gonna stream this afternoon?
No, I won't be streaming this afternoon.
It's alright. Let's see who's streaming. Someone's got to be streaming. There's someone in food and drink. Is there another food and drink streamer going? Someone called.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. This guy's This guy seems to be dressed as the Joker, doing a Halloween stream.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this guy looks cool. He's done some pretty good effort. Pretty good effort. Alright, are we keen, chat? We're gonna go check out this guy called Colino12.
Cool.
We're gonna raid Colino12. He's dressed as the bloody Joker. I like it. Colino12. Excellent. Well, Mega, you've been absolutely awesome. A complete legend. I'm a huge fanboy, so this is crazy for me that you are in the kitchen here with me, which is super cool, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
No, not a problem at all. You're always welcome. And I'll have an apron sent your way as well. It'll look just like this, but it will have your name on there, Megas.
Oh, my name?
Yeah, so you just tell me what name you want on there. Megasarts or Mega, and I'll get it.
Whatever works.
I'll get it embroidered, and we will send it out to you as a gift for guesting on this Big Small World Kitchen. You can't wait. Thank you so much, chat. Let's go raid Colino 12. I really appreciate it. You are absolute legends. Let's go see what this guy's up to. It looks like he's done a lot of effort to this stream today, so I'll see you all next time. Bless. Bye.